Hi everyone. In this video, I am going to demonstrate how to create an assignment for Google Classroom, how to share it out, what your students see, and then what you see after the students have opened it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new design. And when I do, I need to set Tinkercad to the work environment that works for my classroom. So that involves changing my grid properties to our printers. I need to add something to the work plane. In order for this to work, there has to be something within that work plane, some kind of shape. So I'm going to just change this. I'm going to give my students just a couple of simple shapes to get them started. I can be as complex or simple as I would like with what I provide to them. We're going to use this for a keychain, so I'm just setting it up with a couple simple parameters that they're going to need, and that should be included in all of their projects. There we go. And file name. I always change our file names to the appropriate project. Once I have that base file set, I'm going to actually pop out to my dashboard. And on my dashboard, I'm going to change the properties of my project to public. In order for your file to come through to your students through Google Classroom, your privacy must be set to public for them to be able to see it. If you don't have that set, they'll get an error saying that the file is unavailable. Okay, so once we have that, I'm going to go back in and tinker it again. Now it's ready to go, so I'm going to come over to the Send To, and I'm going to send or share to my Google Classroom. I'm going to continue on to Google Classroom, selecting the class that I would like to share it to, and I would like to create an assignment. Okay, now you'll notice there's a couple of things in here. First, I'm going to put Project 1 keychain so that they know what they're getting. Instructions, see tutorial video and rubric for specifics. And that's always said in case they miss the demonstration in class. I'm going to set it for all students. I'm going to make it ungraded for today. And you can always set a due date, just like any other assignment. And if I wanted to schedule it, I can schedule it for a specific day, or I could just assign it. Now notice I can't actually add that rubric and video here in this section, but once I assign it, I can then go into my class, go into classwork, and I will see it there. I can now go to edit, and I have the ability to add, I can add my rubric file, and my demonstration. Okay. They have their Tinkercad project, they have their demonstration. Okay, so now I'm going to save that. And since I assigned it immediately, I can switch over to a student account and now go into that student account. And we can see that we have one assignment, and we have our video, our rubric, and our project. I'm going to click on that project. And now you can see that it is a copy and tinker. So the students are forced to make a copy of it. Okay. I highly recommend having them change that file name. And I always put in their first name right there. I also, in the file name, to make it easier when we download files, I have them put in the color that they want it printed on our printer. So if you have multiple colors, that might be helpful for you as well. Now the students have the base file that they can work with. So I'm going to just make a couple of quick modifications here, just to make it a little bit different so that we can see what it's going to look like when a teacher comes back into the file. Okay, so I'm just kind of adding a couple of different little things here. I'm going to radius this just slightly, bring it down just 1 millimeter. I'm going to stretch this out a little bit further. Whoops. Okay. And I'm going to line everything centered. Okay, so now if we take our name and slide it back just slightly, there we go. Okay, very simple. We can go ahead and we can group it, and now we're ready. What are we going to do with it? Are we going to send it to the printer? What are we going to do with it? But maybe the student is just finishing class and going to come back to this tomorrow. That's fine. We can still take a look at it as a teacher. Okay, so we just had those small changes. Now I'm going to come up and come back to the teacher. Oh, here we go. And now I can go into my dashboard. Go back to my classes. Go into my test class, designs, and I can see the students' work. And I can see what they've been able to accomplish. So it makes it very nice and easy, very streamlined on how everything is connected. From a teacher viewpoint, being able to see a student's file, manipulate it, be able to leave notes in it, and be able to download it is very, very helpful. Excellent tool, huge progress from where we started with classrooms in Tinkercad. I'm very excited about this change. So I hope that you like that. Now, of course, one other thing, if we go into Google Classroom and for some reason we delete our assignment for some reason, just know that whatever the students had created, it is also still there in your classroom dashboard. It does not get deleted from there, even if something happens to the assignment. So you don't have to worry about losing student work in that way. Also, as a teacher, you can see up on my icon, I now have this little number 6. I had noticed it just earlier. It's like, hey, what's that? Well, when I click on myself, go to notifications, it actually now gives you an update and it tells you what's going on in your classroom and if a student has made a copy of your work. Okay, so I'm just noticing that somebody has also noticed some of my other work, so that's fantastic. Okay, so really nice to see how it's all coming together and connecting for teachers in Tinkercad Classroom. I hope that this was helpful for you. Have a great day.